Hello and welcome to the Child Care Consultation Program series on infant and early childhood mental health. Today we're talking about attachment. We have a few other videos that we will link at the end of this video regarding attachment techniques to be used by caregivers and mental health providers working with infant and early childhood mental health. But today we're just talking about what attachment is. Attachment basically is the quality of the relationship between the caregiver and the child, and the way that we can tell the quality of that relationship is how effective the caregiver is. We're really measuring the caregiver here, how effective the caregiver is in regulating the child's mood. Can we calm them down and cheer them up? And are we able to do that at a distance? Can we do it even from across the room? For infants, we need to do it by touching them. There's no other way to calm an infant unless it's a quick fuss or just checking to see if we're in the room than to make contact. We need to be close. As that relationship grows and as we are able to strengthen it, again, we can walk into a room and soothe the child that maybe became distressed because their caregiver left and they were concerned about their safety. And so at the heart of the attachment relationship is the child's need to feel safe and secure, to know that their needs are going to be met. And often those needs are emotional, and their ability to calm themselves or to cheer themselves up, to regulate their mood and behavior. We all know that if we don't feel like we can regulate ourselves, we don't feel like we can calm ourselves down, we don't feel safe. And so this is our role as caregivers. So oftentimes we talk with caregivers who say, I'm very attached to my child is very attached to me, and in most cases that is exactly the case. The question is, can we improve it? Is there improvement? And there's always room for improvement in any relationship. And we want to be focused on strengthening and improving that relationship. Our ability to help a child regulate themselves. In a very small child and an infant, what this is going to look like is the child's perception of a need. They're going to be hungry, they're going to be tired, they're going to need their diaper changed, or they're going to have some kind of a pain. The caregiver goes to them and is able to soothe them and to bring that child back into a place of calm and regulation. Once that's happened, the cycle of caregiving, of safety providing, of attachment is complete. And with infants, this is relatively easy. Relatively. In young children, there becomes a want. It's not a need, it's a want. There are needs, certainly, but wants get introduced. So on top of those needs of toileting and safety and reduction of pain or discomfort, there's the perception of a want. I want this, I want that, and we see things in stores or that other children have, and we want to grab them and take them, or we want to go right away. Again, the caregiver's role in this is to understand what the want is, to communicate, I know what it is that you want, I know how it is that you're feeling, I know and see that you seem upset or irritated or frustrated, or that you want this thing, and then we need to be able to soothe them and calm them down. Being able to reestablish good feelings is our goal in this. Now we're going to have to set boundaries, and we have to set them young. So if we miss the opportunity to tell a child, no, you can't have the toy, that belongs to Johnny, or you can't have the cake, or you can't have the toy in the store. If we don't set those boundaries, then that child is going to continue to fuss and be irritated and expect those needs to be met. The only thing worse probably than not setting a boundary would be setting them randomly. So now the child doesn't know, are you going to set a boundary or aren't you? Is it going to depend on your mood or your situation? The more random it is, the more unpredictable the caregiver is, the harder it is for the child to tell, and typically they're going to do one of two things. They're going to give up and say, I don't know whether you're going to provide for me or not, or they're going to constantly insist or demand. So we get children that kind of move away and say, there's nothing I can do, or a child that's going to push in and become even more upset in a more regular way, tantruming for everything. And often we see those tantrums increase into adolescence and even into adulthood in some situations. We'll see adults that think if I am loud enough or if I'm aggressive enough, I'll get what I want. So again, the thing that we're practicing as caregivers over and over again is to let the child know, I know what you want, I know how you feel, I'm understanding what's going on with you, I'm going to provide for you what it is that you want or not. I'm going to support you in getting it. If it's something that you can get for yourself, I'm going to show you how to make the cereal, or I'm going to show you how to get dressed, or how to find your clothes, or I'm going to teach you how to save the money to buy the thing that it is that you want. So I'm going to support you in getting those wants and needs met, teaching you how to do it for yourself over time. And then sometimes I'm going to be consistent in saying no and setting boundaries and saying this is something that you don't have. And then after that, I'm going to establish mutual good feelings. That is, we have to come back and say, we're good, right? I like you, you like me, we're okay. We didn't get what we wanted, but we still love one another, and we can still support one another, and you'll still come to me when you're in need. That is the gold standard. That is the thing that we're always looking for. Until next time, thank you for watching.